You know that bombshell from Baywatch? Well, she just got nominated for a Golden Globe and the Screen Actors Guild Award. Today, we're diving into the fascinating reinvention of Pamela Anderson, from 90s sex symbol to Broadway star and critically acclaimed author. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how this Canadian girl next door became a global icon and why she's having the last laugh.
And what's really interesting is how she's completely flipped the script on everyone's expectations. I mean, here's someone who was often dismissed as just another blonde bombshell, but she's emerged as this incredibly thoughtful, well-read person who's making waves in completely unexpected ways.
Wait, well-read? Are we talking about the same Pamela Anderson?
Oh yeah, get this, she's actually a huge literature buff. She loves poetry, especially Pablo Neruda, and can even recite Hamlet's soliloquy from memory. She discovered Shakespeare in her father's library when she was young, and it just clicked with her.
That's honestly mind-blowing. I had no idea.
And you know what's even more fascinating? Her whole journey into fame was completely accidental. She was just working as a waitress in Vancouver when she got discovered at a football game.
How exactly did that happen?
She was wearing a Labatt's beer t-shirt at a Canadian Football League game, and when she appeared on the stadium's video board, the crowd went wild. Labatt's immediately hired her as their spokesmodel.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Exactly. And that led to Playboy calling. She became their February 1990 Playmate of the Month and went on to set the record for most Playboy cover appearances.
But she wasn't just content with being a model, right?
Not at all. She quickly transitioned to acting, landing roles on Home Improvement and then Baywatch, which made her an international superstar. The show was watched by over 1.1 billion viewers weekly.
That's billion with a B? That's insane.
Yeah, and get this, she was so popular that international distributors had what they called Pamela clauses in their contracts. They would only buy episodes that she appeared in.
But it wasn't all glamour and success, was it?
No, she faced a lot of challenges and public scrutiny. But what's remarkable is how she's used those experiences to fuel her activism and personal growth.
Speaking of activism, she's been pretty vocal about various causes, hasn't she?
Absolutely. She's been a passionate advocate for animal rights, working extensively with PETA, and she founded the Pamela Anderson Foundation to support environmental and humanitarian causes.
And now she's even becoming known for her cooking, right?
Yeah, she hosts a plant-based cooking show called Pamela's Cooking with Love, and her cookbook, I Love You, Recipes from the Heart, was actually nominated for a James Beard Award this year.
A James Beard Award nomination? That's pretty prestigious.
It really is. And it's just one part of this amazing career renaissance she's having. Her memoir, Love, Pamela, became a New York Times bestseller, and she made her Broadway debut as Roxy Hart in Chicago.
How did critics respond to her Broadway performance?
She actually received critical acclaim across the board and won a Playbill Award. It really showed people a whole different side of her talents.
And now she's starring opposite Liam Neeson in the new Naked Gun movie, right?
Yes, and that's actually led to some interesting developments in her personal life. There are strong rumors that she and Neeson are dating.
Wait, really? What's the story there?
Well, they've been pretty playful about it in interviews. Neeson said they discovered a lovely, budding chemistry on set, and they've been spotted together at various premieres looking quite cozy.
That's actually really sweet. And kind of unexpected, right?
Totally unexpected, but it's also kind of perfect. They both share a love of literature and baking. She actually brought him homemade bread and cookies during filming.
You know, it's interesting how this relationship kind of challenges our preconceptions about age and celebrity couples.
Absolutely. And it's just another example of how Pamela Anderson continues to surprise us and defy expectations.
Let's talk about her recent film work. She just got some major recognition for The Last Showgirl, right?
Yes, she received Golden Globe and Screen Actors Guild Award nominations for her performance. The film premiered at the Toronto Film Festival and was one of the most talked about features there.
That's quite a journey from Baywatch to award nominations.
And what's remarkable is how she's maintained her authenticity throughout. In her memoir, she writes, "I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not interested in that."
That's such a powerful statement, especially in Hollywood.
It really is, and she's been consistently honest about her journey. She once said, "My life is my message," which I think perfectly encapsulates her approach to everything.
You know what strikes me? She never really needed anyone's approval to be herself.
Exactly. She told Entertainment Weekly, "I like to be myself and I don't pretend. For people who want a fantasy, I'm not that."
That's pretty refreshing in an industry built on fantasy, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's probably why she's having such success now. People are really responding to that authenticity.
What do you think is next for her?
Well, she's already lined up two more films, Rosebush Pruning with Riley Keough and Place to Be with Ellen Burstyn and Taika Waititi. So it seems like this career renaissance is just getting started.
It's amazing how she's completely rewritten her story.
And she's done it entirely on her own terms. She wrote her memoir without a ghostwriter, she's choosing interesting, challenging roles, and she's not afraid to show her intellectual side.
Do you think Hollywood has changed, or has Pamela changed?
I think both. Hollywood is finally catching up to what Pamela Anderson has been all along, a multifaceted, intelligent woman who refuses to be defined by others' expectations.
That's such a great point. And speaking of expectations, what about her relationship with Liam Neeson?
Well, they're keeping things pretty private, but there's definitely something special there. They share interests in literature, cooking, and they both have this wonderful sense of humor about themselves.
It's kind of perfect when you think about it. Two people who've been through a lot, finding happiness together.
And they're both at points in their careers where they have nothing to prove. They can just be themselves and enjoy each other's company.
You know what's really inspiring about Pamela's story?
What's that?
It shows that it's never too late to reinvent yourself or to show the world who you really are.
Absolutely. And she's done it with such grace and authenticity. She's not trying to erase her past, she's building on it.
Do you think she's finally getting the respect she deserves?
I think she's getting something better. She's getting the opportunity to show all sides of herself, and people are finally paying attention.
That's really what it's all about, isn't it? Being seen for who you truly are.
Exactly. And Pamela Anderson has shown us that sometimes the best way to change people's perceptions is to simply be yourself, consistently and unapologetically.
From Baywatch to Broadway, from tabloid headlines to literary acclaim, Pamela Anderson proves that the best revenge is living well and living authentically.
And maybe that's the real lesson here, that we're all more than our public image, more than our past, more than what others think of us.
Just like that girl in the Labatt's beer t-shirt turned out to be so much more than anyone expected.
Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back to De-Stress Diaries, where we speak truth, honor healing, and celebrate the messy, magical journey of being human. Today's episode is a tender one. It's about Pamela Anderson and me, two Canadian women, two warrior mothers, two stories that echo in unexpected ways. We're both 58, we're both Canadian, and we've both lived lives that defy easy labels. I was married on Canada Day, the same day Pamela was born. That overlap feels like a cosmic wink, one of many signs that our lives, though different in spotlight, share a soulful rhythm. We both grew up loving sports. Pamela played volleyball. I chased balls and dreams. We weren't afraid to get messy. We moved through the world with grit and grace. Pamela's a passionate animal rights activist. I'm vegan too. It's not just a lifestyle, it's a love language, a way of choosing compassion over convenience. Pamela's romantic history has been public and painful. Mine, quiet, but no less hard. I drank for 30 years, mostly alone just to sleep. Addiction was a chapter, not the whole story. I wear that victory like armor. Pamela's babies, Brandon and Dylan. My heart with wings. Noah, turning 27 this October. Our boys are our greatest love stories. Every post I write, every word I speak, it's for mine. Pamela once shared that during the filming of Barbed Wire, she had an abortion. I did too. But I didn't remember mine until decades later, during my first silent meditation retreat. A full week of stillness. That's when I heard the words soft belly for the first time. Of all the traumas I've endured, and there are many, this one cuts the deepest. My nightmares remind me, nothing compares to the quiet ache of a child never born. Pamela's embraced a makeup-free life. I've never worn much either. Now at 50, I use castor oil as mascara. It's simple, natural, enough. As a short soul with a large chest, 32F, many saw my body before they saw me. No one saw me fully naked, not even in love, because my body was never just mine. It was a battleground, a secret, a shield. Pamela's home in Ladysmith, BC is her sanctuary. Mine, wherever there's water, trees, and quiet. Camping in the fall is my medicine. Nature is my muse. Pamela played saxophone in 8th grade. I sang in choir, dreaming of becoming a nun. I sing to our 15-year-old Thumper every day. I dance with him in my arms. It's our afternoon energy boost. I never got into hard rock, except The Who and AC/DC. Love rewired my ears. April Wine? I adore them. Their sound feels like summer through a screen door. Pamela learns something new every day. So do I. It's the number one predictor of longevity. Curiosity keeps us alive. I choose sober soul care. I choose truth. I choose nature. I choose castor oil over mascara and silence over shame. Once in a blue moon, I'll have a glass of apple cider. Not to escape, but to enjoy something simple, something seasonal, something sacred. Addiction peace is greater than sobriety. It's not about perfection, it's about intention. But like Pamela and Liam, I've come to love the goosiness in myself. I'm a silly Canadian goose, and I honor that. They connected through their shared silliness, and I smile knowing that joy, play, and laughter are healing too. Pamela says, "Why do I have to share a status? I'm living in the moment. That's my love language. It's music to my ears." Liam Neeson describes their connection, and I smile. Let's not mold, let it breathe. Pamela's beauty has always been center stage, but she's so much more than that, and so am I. We both know what it's like to be misunderstood, and we both know how to reclaim our stories, from the outside in. Thank you for listening, thank you for witnessing, and thank you for letting me breathe. Until next time, stay soft, stay silly, stay sovereign.